I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats.
Marc Marquez's last flying lap came to a bitter end when Honda's Stefan Bradl made a disruptive move by blocking his path on the racing line. An angry gesture was immediately shown by Marquez. The Honda test rider initially ended qualifying in 21st place and now had to drop to 24th place at the start of the race. Bradl himself realized that the incident that caused Marquez to fail to qualify for Q2 was his fault. He immediately apologized by approaching Marquez when the two were about to do practice starts. Bradl even held Marquez's hand to apologize. However, Marquez, who was still upset, did not hesitate to show his emotions towards Bradl. Bradl's penalty would not change any of Marquez's results. And here's the full news. The 2024 German MotoGP starting grid has changed following the penalty handed out to Stefan Bradl for obstructing Marc Marquez in the 2024 German MotoGP qualifying session. The wild card rider from Honda dropped 3 grid positions after being judged to be traveling slowly on the racing line in qualifying Q1 of the German MotoGP at the Sachsenring, Saxony, Germany, Saturday, June 7, 2024. The home rider was deemed to have disturbed Marquez, who was chasing the fastest time in the last minute of qualifying. As a result, Marquez failed to take advantage of his last flying lap and failed to qualify for qualification 2 because he only finished 3rd in Q1, aka 13th in the final results. Bradl's movement could not be anticipated by Marquez, who was focused on his lane. Marquez accelerated his bike down the start/finish straight until Bradl suddenly crossed at turn 2. The MotoGP stewards eventually penalized Bradl to drop 3 starting positions. The Honda test rider initially ended the qualifying round in 21st position and now has to drop to 24th position at the start of the race. Bradl himself realized that the incident that caused Marquez to fail to qualify for Q2 was his fault. He immediately apologized by approaching Marquez when the two were about to do practice starts. Bradl even held Marquez's hand to apologize. However, Marquez, who was still upset, did not hesitate to show his emotions towards Bradl. The penalty received by Bradl will not change whatever results Marquez gets. The alien must be willing to start from the 5th row in the sprint race in Sunday's race. Not an ideal position to chase victory. Marquez ended the Q1 session in 13th place with a best time of 1 minute 20.263 seconds. Marquez's record was only 0.148 seconds slower than the second rider in Q1, Marco Bezzecchi Pertamina Enduro VR46. Prima Pramac Racing rider Jorge Martin will benefit from starting the race from pole position. The top 3 of the 2024 German MotoGP starting grid are all occupied by 3 riders from satellite teams. They are Martin and the Trackhouse Racing duo who motorized the Aprilia RSGP, namely Miguel Oliveira and Raul Fernandez. On the other hand, Pramac Racing rider Jorge Martin skyrocketed and became the fastest in the qualifying session Q of the 2024 German MotoGP. Jorge Martin performed solidly with the Ducati Desmacetticide GP24 motorbike in the Q2 session, which rolled for 15 minutes at Sachsenring, Saturday, June 7, 2024. He became the 2024 German MotoGP pole sitter after carving the best lap time of 1 minute 19.423 seconds. Martin outperformed 2 Trackhouse Racing riders, Miguel Oliveira and Raul Fernandez, who finished 2nd and 3rd. Meanwhile, Gresini Racing rider Marc Marquez was unlucky not to qualify for Q2 at the last second. The Baby Alien's last flying lap failed after being disturbed by Honda rider Stefan Bradl, who made a dangerous move by changing lines suddenly. The course of the 2024 German MotoGP qualifying session. Red Bull KTM rider Jack Miller immediately heated up the competition in the Q1 session by being the fastest. Through the best lap time of 1 minute 20.566 seconds, Miller managed to excel 0.018 seconds over Marc Marquez. The Gresini Racing rider remained solid and was able to maintain his position until the Q1 session lasted 5 minutes. Carving the best lap time of 1 minute 20.263 seconds, Marquez returned to the paddock by leaving a gap of 0.161 seconds from Raul Fernandez. The Trackhouse Racing-owned rider managed to unseat Miller in first place with a time of 1 minute 20.102 seconds. Monster Energy Yamaha rider Fabio Quartararo almost crashed while traveling at turn 6. Q1 left the last 6 minutes. The action of waiting for each other to get the slipstream advantage was shown by the riders. Miller had a close call with Marquez at turn 1, leaving a small piece of his bike on the track. Entering the final stages, Raul Fernandez managed to sharpen his time to 1 minute 19.678 seconds. He was 0.437 seconds ahead of Pertamina Enduro VR46 Racing Team's Marco Bezzecchi, who moved Marquez into second place. Marc Marquez's last flying lap ended bitterly when Honda's Stefan Bradl made a disruptive move by blocking his path on the racing line. An angry gesture was immediately shown by Marquez, and as a result, Raul Fernandez and Bezzecchi became the two riders who qualified for the Q2 round of the 2024 German MotoGP. Entering the Q2 session, Marc Marquez's younger brother and teammate, Alex Marquez, immediately soared in first place. Alex Marquez was in the fastest position with a best lap time of 1 minute 19.900 seconds. The moment did not last long when Raul Fernandez again took over the first position with his best lap time of 1 minute 19.643 seconds. On the other hand, Ducati's flagship rider Francesco Bagnaia continues to try to cut the gap of 0.5 seconds from Fernandez, who holds him in fifth place. The Q2 session was halfway through. Pramac Racing's Jorge Martin was able to go 0.220 seconds faster than Fernandez. The deadlock is still visible from Bagnaia, even though he was able to move up one strip when Q2 of the 2024 German MotoGP left the last 5 minutes. Aprilia rider Maverick Vinales was unlucky to experience a high-side crash at turn 10 until his motorbike smoked. Alex Marquez also crashed at the last moment. Martin also came out as pole sitter with his best lap time of 1 minute 19.423 seconds. He was 0.048 seconds ahead of Fernandez's teammate Miguel Oliveira, who was able to move into second place.
I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place, off the liquor that we chase. Casamigos to the face, baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine,